Good morning. Happy Hump Day. I got it right this time by saying morning. Last night I had a live stream at 6 p.m. and I kept telling everybody good morning because that's what I'm used to. Good morning to everybody. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Good morning. And thank you for dropping in. Michael Ann is here. Hi, Michael Ann. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Blue Self Reliance is here. How are you, my friend? Thank you for stopping by. And somebody is at the door. Who could that be? Well, let's see who it is. It's
Only
Sean.
me.
Hi, Sean.
How
How
are
are
you?
you? I'm
I'm
doing
well.
well.
Yourself?
I'm well. Good morning. Good morning,
Good
B.
evening. Good evening to you all. Okay. Good morning for you guys.
Well, it's good evening for you. It's 8:08 p.m. or just about.
Correct. Eight
So
eleven. To be honest.
8:11. Yeah, my watch may be a few minutes behind. You're that far in the future from me, so
What can I say?
how you doing, my friend?
Bidet. I'm doing very well. I got to say, bidet to V, bidet to g'day to Michael Ann and all the others in the chat. We're doing well. It's been a fun day. I'll tell you what, Jimmy. I had an opportunity to do some training in a place called Yarram. Yarram. You can check it up on Dr. Google. But what's important about Yarram is we got some lovely photos. So we'll be putting up a vlog on our stream at some point in the near future, describing this place called Yarram, full of murals.
Okay, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it is. It's a village like a little country town where they have two wood mills.
Wow. What are the mills? What do they mill there?
Um, well, it's hardwood and pine is what
Oh,
they
I
mill.
see. Okay, so they're milling lumber.
Yep,
Very good. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see the photos.
it's going to be good. Some of the fantastic scenery down here. What have you been up to?
Let's see. So over the weekend, while you were asking me about who that gentleman was that I was posting about on Facebook, Saturday we had the whiskey business band that I'm in. We're
Yep.
supporting the General Don Bolduc, who is a New Hampshire native, and he is a veteran of the U.S. Army. He was a brigadier general. He's retired. He fought in the Gulf War and in the war against the Taliban in Afghanistan. The guy
Mm-hmm.
is somewhat of an American patriot, a hero over here. So we did that Saturday. That was all day in the heat. That was fun, a good turnout. We raised a lot of money for his campaign. He's running for U.S. Senate here in New Hampshire. So,
Oh, that's
um,
awesome.
and then Sunday we chilled because the heat kicked my butt. And then just work this week, the usual stuff. So,
Mate, you can have some of my heat. It's 11 degrees C right now.
yeah, no, we're good. It's actually going to be, I don't want to say cold today. So, we've been in a heat wave for about 6, 7 days straight. It's been 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit every day. And they're talking 75, 78 today Fahrenheit. So,
Oh,
um,
you better
well,
grab your jumper out.
yeah, yeah. But don't you worry, winter's on its way. I was mentioning last night that I'm looking out the window that when in May at 5 a.m. the sun was already up, and now it's dark again at 5 a.m. So and the sun's going down a few minutes early every day. So fall is coming, but we got plenty of summer left. So. And so that's a good thing for you because that means spring is on its way for you. So,
Correct.
yeah.
Cannot wait. Need to get out of these hoodies.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, and save on the heat bill. Michael Ann says it's 13C at where she's at. It's
Now, Blue Self-Reliance, where are they?
Um, I'm not sure. Blues, where are you? Are you in the UK? She may be in the UK, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So 25 for the UK and 38 is a bit on the warm side.
I was going to say that's summer weather, right?
Yep.
Summer temps. I haven't quite figured out the conversion yet, but
Ah,
she's in
they're in
York.
York.
That's what I thought. She was in the UK. So I met Blues in Dawn, New Beginnings from in her rural Cyprus
All
life
right.
in Cyprus. That's where I met Blues. Was over in Dawn's live stream. So, and she's got a great channel as well. Um, so everybody check everybody out. V says she's driving, so if reply it is Steve. Good morning, Steve.
G'day, Steve.
So I spoke with Kenny, actually was on my stream last night. I don't know if, well, no, I don't think you would have seen it because I think you would have been, no, it was, Alana was in. What was it? That would have been 8 a.m. your time, right? 6 p.m. my time is 8 a.m. your time.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a training session.
I'm sure you were
So
working.
Ilana, yeah, and Ilana was gallivanting in your live stream. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, she was, well, geez, I didn't mean to let the cat out of the bag, but.
Much. But that's okay.
Sorry,
she deserves
Alana.
the time. She deserves the time.
Kenny was in, and he was telling us about his medical issues, and he is going to have surgery. They're taking his gallbladder out next Thursday on the 18th, and it should be a routine surgery in and out. He'll be an outpatient, like everything is pretty much today. And he said that the doctor wants him to walk out of the hospital, so they want
that's
him.
Good.
Yeah, they want him to get up and get going right away. They didn't want him sitting around or laying around. They said that'll help the healing process, and it'll lessen the pain and reduce the amount of pain over time that he'll have if he gets up and he moves around. So,
well, that's awesome.
He's in good spirits as well. So I was hoping we'd see him this morning, but I told him it was not required. If he was around, good. If not, maybe he's sleeping. You never know. So, good morning, Dawn. How are you?
You just used that word that Kenny doesn't even know how to spell.
Sleep.
There you go.
He is the unofficial Energizer Bunny for sure.
Oh, he is.
I'm imagining him probably asleep on the arm of the chair that he sits in. So,
absolutely, absolutely.
So, Blue saying hi to Dawn. Hey, Matt, how are you, my friend? Backlash Fisherman is in. Michael
nice
says
to meet you too, Backlash.
It's supposed to go up to 29 Celsius. We'll see if it gets that warm. Okay, that is warm.
It is.
Backlash is asking how everyone's doing this morning. I'm doing great. I had to take a cold shower this morning. Not on purpose. Let's put it that way. I thought so. I have an oil-fired boiler here where we get our hot water, and when I went in to get ready for the show here this morning, I turned the water on and it didn't get hot. And sometimes my boiler is somewhat old, so it'll go in a reset every now and then. So I'm like, geez, maybe it's in reset. Whatever. I'll just take a cold shower. I'll brave the cold water. I went downstairs after I got dressed. Colleen had been trying to find a place to put a clock yesterday on the wall, and she was looking for the right spot. Well, we have what's called a workman switch in the living area, and that turns the boiler on and off. She shut the boiler off and did not know it. So I'm glad it wasn't anything I need to repair, but
correct.
So I told my son I pulled a Wim Hof. I don't know if you're familiar with Wim Hof, but
No.
He's a gentleman that he's all about taking cold showers and being in cold water. Says it helps your health, and he actually climbed Mount Everest or part of it in shorts, sneakers, and no shirt, and braved the cold. He is a scientific anomaly. He can spend time in sub-freezing weather and not get sick or get hypothermia. It's crazy.
I have a problem with people like that.
What's
I
that?
mean, seriously, it could be minus 55 degrees and half the kids run around without a hoodie or any decent clothing on, right? And I'm going, seriously, I'm freezing and you're walking around like that?
The kids do the same thing here, Sean.
I
I don't
reckon they're
get it.
nuts.
We'll see them at the bus stop, and it's in the single digits here Fahrenheit, and they're wearing shorts and a t-shirt or just a hoodie with shorts on, and I'm like, are you
Now,
kidding me?
now, I could understand it if they came from the UK where the weather is that cold anyway, or Canada. But seriously?
Yeah, the people in the UK and Canada, they're used to the cold.
Or is it Alaska? Is Alaska worse than Canada?
I think, well, geographically, they're kind of on the same level. I would say the weather is probably just as cold in both places. Um, I know, so I'm on the eastern side, so I'm near Quebec, and it gets pretty cold there. I'm sure our friends that live in British Columbia, which is on the other side, the western side of Canada, I don't know if it's colder there. Michael Ann or V may be able to tell us. They're from Canada, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but Larry from Plum Travelers is from BC, and he's just plain nuts because he walks around in shorts and t-shirt anyway. So
Yeah, they're used to that, I think. I live in the Northeast and it's cold here, and I'm not used to it. I've often said that my ancestors are from Greece, and I definitely belong in a tempered climate for sure. I'm not suited for this cold
so what
stuff.
are you doing in NH?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing in New Hampshire?
This is where my family settled. I don't know. The story is my grandfather, when he came to Ellis Island, he settled in New York because that's where Ellis Island is, and he had family. And he slowly moved into the Boston area. And this is my dad was born and my mom was born. And then for some reason they kept going north. They moved north to New Hampshire. I don't understand, but I'm going to change that in a few years. We're heading south somewhere. We're going to get
Smart
closer to the
move.
equator. Yeah, we're getting closer to the equator, not further away. Um, I'm not a fan, as most people know, not a fan of the cold one bit. So
Now,
that's
Backdash says they can go out in snow, in shorts and a long sleeve shirt. Serious?
well, he lives in North Carolina, though. What do you get for snow in North Carolina? A freak 2 or 3 inch storm? Can't be that cold. I was in North Carolina one time. I was in a town called Asheville. A friend of mine lived there, and I was there to watch the Super Bowl with him. And we woke up the next morning, and they had an inch of snow on the ground, and it totally closed the whole area down. An inch of snow. They don't have snow plows. The buses stopped running. The kids didn't go to school. They called school off. I mean, up here, we need 3 feet of snow in order for that to happen. And even then, if it snows through the night, they'll have the roads plowed so that they don't shut anything down. So
And you started laughing, right?
yeah, oh exactly. We got up and his son. I'm like, why isn't he going to school? He's like, oh, they called school because it snowed. I'm like, you're kidding me. And by 11 a.m., the snow was gone. So, um, But that's where Matt's from, North Carolina. So, am I coming to North Carolina? No, I don't know. Maybe. I think south of that. Maybe South Carolina, Georgia, possibly even Florida. If I go to Florida, I'll go to the West Coast, Cape Coral, Naples area. Now, let's talk about you coming to Florida.
Yeah.
Are you renting a car when you get here?
Oh God, no! The Floridians won't let me drive.
Because we brought that up in my stream last night about you and Alana driving on the wrong side of the road.
You mean the right side of the road, which to us is the wrong side of the road?
Correct. That's what I meant by
There we
wrong
go.
side.
There we go.
Because Alana said that the left side is the correct side.
Yeah, no. Well, we're flying into Fort Myers, and we're going to be spending time with my cousin.
Nice.
He lives in Fort Myers, so I guess we'll be chauffeured one way or another. Whether they actually allow us to partake of driving his brand new Tesla, I don't know, but
you have to see if he'll let you drive, just so you can experience driving on the wrong side.
Well, here's the thing: we're going into Bonaire, right? And on the cruise, and we've rented, we've booked for 3 golf carts because there's a group of us that are going to be driving around Bonaire. Bonaire drives on your side of the road.
Right.
I'm driving the golf cart.
So you're going to be driving the golf cart on the wrong side of the road.
Well, for me, it's going to be the wrong side. I'm going to try and teach them to drive on the correct.
Good luck with that. That's what we were saying last night. If you came here and you drove that, or let's say I went to Australia and I rented a car, I would be, okay, I need to drive on the left side. So after I did that a couple times, I may forget and start driving on the right side, and that would cause all kinds of havoc. Not a good thing.
Well, it actually happened to us when I was 16. My parents took my sister and I to Switzerland. We went on a holiday in Switzerland from South Africa. It was a way of squirreling some money out of the country, and obviously they drive on the right side of the road. And we got in the car, and we'd just been somewhere for a meal, and we got in the car and we pulled out. My dad pulled out of the driveway on the correct side of the road. Only it was not the correct. It was the wrong side of the road. It should have been the right.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Damn tourists. I can hear the locals now.
Yeah, well, they can say what they like. At least Dawn agrees with me.
Yeah, she says that. So they drive on the left side apparently in Cyprus as well. So
yeah, the correct side.
I wonder who came up with, which side was the correct side or why they did it differently. I mean,
I'm under the impression that originally it was when soldiers were passing each other, so they would try and grab for the right arm to feel the weapon. Hence, it was much easier to be going on the left.
That's a good story. Or maybe shake hands with the right hand. So if you drive on the left and they're passing.
Correct.
That's actually a pretty good story. That makes a lot of sense. Michael Lynn says that's scary. Aren't there steering wheels on the opposite side of the car?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah, so what's your problem?
So your steering wheels are on the right-hand side, which would be the passenger side here in America.
You just get me to the car and I'll get into the correct side, which is the passenger side. And suddenly I'll have a steering wheel in front. How that happens, I don't know.
You'll have to. I would get in on the left side and have to scooch over to the right so that. No, I was just getting in on this side. I knew where the wheel was.
I know they're going to put me all in the back seat because that way I don't have to look at the steering wheel.
You're probably better off. Let somebody who is used to driving drive it. Same idea for ballroom dancing. Which hip the lady to man is, because
Hmm.
of swords would be in the way if in a dress uniform. Really? Well, there you go. Learn something new every day here on the Astute live stream. I
Hey,
I
Jimmy, I'm going to
downloaded.
teach you something very quickly.
What's that?
I'm going to teach you something very quickly. At the bottom of your of the display on your screen there, you'll see there are some icons.
Yeah,
Hit the one next to the one on the left, because that'll actually make our picture. That's better.
that one. You like that better?
Well, like, you get a full picture.
Okay. Well, which is
I can
true. So
I
when
can
I
see
did
the flag now.
oh, so you could. All right. Let me go back. How was it? Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm still getting used to this stuff. Um, I was messing with sharing tabs last night because we were
Yep,
doing the quiz, and
yep.
it took me a little while to get it to show a little bigger so people could actually read the question. But we figured it out. I'm a slow learner. I'm
Hey, you're a learner, my friend.
Well, I try to learn something new every day, and I think
Yep,
everybody should. It's
absolutely. If you
it's a
stop
good
learning,
thing.
you die.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks, if you're here in the chat, and give us a thumbs up. And if you feel so inclined, you can share out the stream. And if you're not subscribed, which I believe everybody is subscribed to my channel, if you're not and you feel so inclined to do so, please do that as well. All right, so there's my shameless plug for the show. So,
Actually,
what do you, go
I've got to
ahead.
just correct Dawn there for a second. She's gone. Now it's 54 days to the cruise. Dawn, actually, it is 49 days to take off. That's what that 54 days was relating to. So it's 50. It was then 54 days to take off at the airport, and actually, it is 65 days to the cruise. So we've actually got 49 days. We're leaving Melbourne Airport. That came from our Saturday show or your Friday night.
I saw the picture of your bags packed already.
You like it?
Yeah. Now,
See what?
who instigated that? You or Alana?
Who do you think?
Well, I'm gonna guess Alana did, but
And you're quite right.
I'm going out on a limb there. But
You're quite right. What do you think she's limiting me to?
oh, probably shorts and sneakers and
You're
t-shirts.
kidding? You're kidding? It's the clothes on my back. All that's going to go in the Ziploc bag is the toothbrush, toothpaste, and another pair of undies.
So those two pieces of luggage are for her.
You bet. Where else am
Okay,
I going to put the budgie smugglers?
I get it, right? My wife Colleen's not any different. When we wherever we travel, whether it's a cruise or not, I have like a carry-on overhead size bag, and she has two giant pieces of luggage every time. I'm not sure why women need to pack so much, but
And I
um,
asked the question. I asked Ilana the question. I said, how much of it are you going to wear?
not all of it, you know that. But she needs choices. They can't bring the closet with them, so they just partially bring part of it with them. Good morning, Nick P.
G'day, Nick. How you going? Saw you on that helicopter. Awesome, my friend.
I know he was telling us about this helicopter ride. I would love to do that someday. I've never been.
So, just as a quick, if I may, for Nick, I know you were looking for us, and I did say that every alternating Wednesday, every alternating hump day, between Jimmy and I, we swap a week. Last week was our week to host. Next week, this week is Jimmy's week to host. So next week again is our week to host, and of course Jimmy will be in with us, chewing the fat.
Yeah, we're sharing the wealth, so to speak, with our live streams. And V and I, when V's feeling better and she starts doing her lives again on a regular basis, we're going to adjust our time so that we don't overlap with hers. I know she
Oh,
goes
that's awesome.
usually Mondays and Thursday mornings at 6:45 a.m.
Yep.
EST. So I'll probably come up a little bit earlier, either as 6 a.m. or 6:10. I think did I come up at 6:10 this morning? I think I did actually. So we're going to try to get used to that. I was explaining to people why, especially John from J&N Travels, asked me why I was doing a night stream last night, and
Yep.
that is because I need to start walking again, and mornings are good for me. So
Aha.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I will be walking. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be doing night streams. And then Friday, depending on our schedule, because the weekends are usually the band has things scheduled either a Friday or a Saturday. So depending on
Yep.
that schedule, if we're scheduled on a Friday, I'll do a Saturday morning. If not, I'll do a Friday night. So it'll be confusing, but um, I recently had some blood tests done, and my blood sugar is through the ceiling. So
Oh wow,
I
that's no good.
no, so it was, and I'm not quite sure how to read the numbers. I know when we do blood sugars in the field, anything 110 and lower is not bad, while lower down to about 80, 75 is good blood sugar. But when they do your total for a blood test, um, anything above 100, I think, is not good at all. So mine was
You
119.
you read your numbers a little bit differently to the way we do. So for us, if you're the average of being good is somewhere between 5 and 8, and if you hit 12, you're doing it. You're not doing too well.
And that's with a glucometer, right? In the
Yep,
field.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm sure it all is the same, other than the numbers being different. But that doesn't, it equates differently when they do the actual total metabolic testing. When they do your blood, the numbers are different for some reason. So
So what's
um,
yours sitting on?
mine was 119, which is not good. They call that pre-diabetes.
Yep.
So I just needed to. I'm basically have started keto diet, which is really really good carbs like broccoli and green vegetables, and a
Yep.
lot of lean meat and nothing else. So no potatoes, no legumes, no potato chips. Or do you call them crisps in Australia?
Chips.
Potato chips.
Mhm.
Okay, so we call them chips here as well. I know in the UK they call them potato crisps. Their chips are what we call French fries.
Yeah,
So I
that's
can't
chips
have
too.
so no French fries, no potato crisps or potato chips for me, which I love
Sweet potato you
dearly.
can have.
Sweet potato I can have, um, but I've stopped drinking sugar laden drinks. Like not that I drank a lot of it, but no soda pop or anything like that, or high or what's the word I'm looking for? So fruit juice that's been um, that has high fructose corn syrup and that in it. Anything
Yeah.
natural is good. So I've been eating a lot of fruit
Natural's good,
again.
but yeah,
Right.
natural is good, but nothing that is processed.
Correct.
And mate, that's the way we should be anyway.
I agree. I agree. And I was in very good health for a long time, and for whatever reason, I just got lazy. And especially in the summertime, people get the Barbie out and you're making hamburgers and
Barbie's
um,
all right, but it's when you get to the ice creams that's what kills me.
yeah, yeah. I like ice cream as well. I'm a big fan. And again, I didn't eat a lot of it, but when I did eat it, I would not have a scoop or two. I'd maybe have 3 or 4 scoops. So,
Shut
um,
up, shut up. You're going down my path there.
so That's the long of why I'm doing some night streams, because I'm taking Molly and the new puppy. We started walking, so we're back to
How are they
walking.
getting on?
Famously, they're doing great. The puppy's had a little bit of she's been a little sick in the bowel region, let's say. I'm not sure what it is. It may be a little stress related. I'm not sure. She's still feeling her way around here. I know that loud noises seem to affect her. My son has been doing work here in the house with the nail gun and the air compressor, and she seems to be bothered by that. So it could be stress brought on by stress, but she's great. We love her.
Awesome. I just
Uh,
had a look there up in the chat there. Nick is saying that he things are going well for him in Minnesota. He's hit out with a new girl, which is
oh,
awesome.
from
And
your dad?
yeah, so good luck, mate. Hope all goes well.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we need a picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dawn is saying Molly and
Yep.
Sophie must be loving the walks again. Yes, they are, especially Molly. So it's new to Sophie, but I took them out yesterday, and yeah, the two of them were loving the walk. So I think I'm a little behind here. Sorry, guys.
So Michael Ann is saying that they read their blood sugars the same way as we do.
Okay. Yeah. So you're in the 5 to, what did you say? 5 to 12 is
around
good?
the 5 to 12 region. Yep. Is good.
I think ours, I don't know if ours, if they do it in, I don't think it's millimeters of mercury. I'll have to look at the glucometer today. Now I'm curious about that. Let's see. Crisps here in England. Dawn says she needs to keep moving and less sitting, and that's part of my problem. So I got this deputy chief's position. I got just about, it'll be 2 years ago in November, and it's a desk position 3 days a week, so, or even more. And I wasn't used to that. My prior employment, I rode in a fire engine, and I was doing everything that the firefighter on the floor was doing, as well as other responsibilities. But I was moving around a lot more. So when I got this job, go ahead.
How high is your desk from the ground floor?
From the ground floor? Well, I work on the second floor of the building.
Okay. So you take the elevator to your desk, do you?
Oh, no, I take the stairs every day on purpose.
And okay, and which bathrooms do you use? The one on the ground floor or one on the second floor?
No, I use the executive washroom, which is right down the hall from me.
No, do yourself a favor. Use the one that the general folks use. That way you get the opportunity to lose weight going up and down stairs.
Right? Yeah, you're right. You are right, my friend. Let's see. Beetroot, carrot, and parsnips make amazing chips as well that you can have. I'll have to try that.
That's true.
Although I can't have carrots because they're high in sugar. No carrots, no tomatoes, which I love tomatoes, and we're growing them in the garden.
G'day, Sean.
Hi, Sean. How are you, my friend?
Wasn't me. I heard that. Wasn't me.
It's the sound effects. The sound effects generator that I downloaded. I did it last night so we could have game show sounds, and it's right.
I like that.
Survey said, but it has other.
Yeehaw!
So when you come to the States, you'll have to learn to say that. Yeehaw.
Okay. Michael Ann says
mercury is blood pressure, I believe. You are correct. but I think we use that in the States as well for measuring other things, and I'm not quite exactly sure what they are. So root veggies are usually high in starch. They are. That's why I can't have potatoes or regular white potatoes. So, and that's another thing. We grew potatoes this year for the first time. I did eat some the other day. They were good.
You know what the good news is? You can always sell them to your
Right?
neighbors.
This is true. Or if things get really bad, we can trade them for things. We can barter.
Correct. Boomtish.
Oh, goodness. Well, let's see. What time are we looking at? Oh, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time. So, what's on the agenda for the rest of the week for you, Sean? Just work or?
Work, trying to keep on building the bank balance so that we can have an awesome time in the US when we get there. Basically, it's out there teaching as per normal. And then, of course, we've got our session going on Friday night, so that'll be an interesting one. Don't ask me who we got because I haven't got a clue.
Donovan will be in, I'm sure. Sorry. Blues is saying she doesn't know who told me that. I'm assuming she's talking about the carrots, maybe, or the root vegetables. Drop back the meat and dairy and processed sugars, and increase your plant-based whole foods. You'll be fine. Okay, I think the doctor told me to stay away from carrots, and potatoes as well. He did say stay away from the fatty meat, so lean chicken and lean beef, and only beef maybe once or twice a week. He wants me to increase my fish and chicken, like chicken breast, so no dark chicken meat and no skin or anything like that. But I believe you, my friend. I definitely believe you. You clearly know more about it than I do. So, and I don't really eat dairy except for cheese and butter. I don't use much butter. I do like cheese. Um, cheese on my sandwich, cheese on my hamburger. But as far as milk and that goes, I mean, I drink my coffee black. From as far as from the occasional ice cream, which I don't have anymore.
That's a swear word.
I haven't had it in weeks, so I'm doing okay. I've lost about 5 pounds since I started, and I just want to reduce that blood sugar and make myself a little more healthy. So,
I'm not sure I understand what MG/DL stands for, but in terms of Aussie blood sugars, it's millimeters over liters. MMOL.
Who are we looking at?
I actually asked Dr. Google
Oh,
what the
okay.
differences are between Australian sugar readings and the US sugar readings. And it's come up and it said to me that normal blood glucose levels are between 4 and 7.8 mmol/L.
Okay, so millimeters.
Whereas normal blood sugar in the US is lower than 140 mg/dl. I don't know what the DL is. I don't know what you're measuring.
DL. Deciliters, maybe?
Possibly. Why are you measuring deciliters?
Good question.
Because you guys are still imperial. So why are you measuring things in?
Well, in medicine, even here in the U.S., a lot of it is cc's and liters and mLs. When they measure out medication and IVs and all that, it's all in using the metric system. So,
All right. So now I'm going to ask a stupid question.
okay.
Why doesn't the rest of you change?
You know, when I was a kid in the 70s, they tried to get us to change. And I just think people just were very reluctant to it. I'm not sure why. I think we should change. I think everybody should measure everything the same. Um, so I don't know. That's a good question, Sean. I don't know. You know, we do everything in inches and feet, and you guys are doing in centimeters and meters. So I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't use much dairy. Michael Ann said, being lactose intolerant. Yeah, that can certainly put a damper on things, make you feel bad, and spend a lot of time in the bathroom. Blue says booze is measured in deciliters. Yeah, we do it in um, ounces here, or they do both. So for some reason, and that may be because booze is a lot of it here in the U.S. comes from Canada, well, and around the world, of course. So the whiskeys I drink and the scotches obviously come from Scotland. They put both on the label. So a 750 milliliter bottle is the normal size bottle of liquid or booze.
Um,
We're messed
blue,
up.
blue self-reliance. Just to let you know, the keto diet does rely very heavily on high protein and high fats, and
That's correct.
it does work quite well.
My
So,
son, my son is on the keto diet.
yep,
You
we
just
go
really
in
need
and out of it every so often.
you really need to be careful with it. You have to be careful when you're using or doing that diet because he said I can't remember what he said about it, but you have to. What did he say? He only has 50, oh, 50 grams. That sounds like a lot of carbs a day. That sounds like a
Mm.
lot. Um, but anyway, he said you need to be careful because you can get some syndrome that affects you. I don't know if it's like rabbit starvation or something with too much protein and fat and not enough carbs. So he does add certain amounts of carbohydrates, but those would be the good ones. So,
Yep.
but I've been eating a lot more meat, although I try not to eat a lot of fat just because I'm carrying around a lot of it. I weigh about 230 pounds right now, and I'm only 5'9". So,
Yeah,
according to the
Michael Ann says that she did keto in 2019 and lost 26 pounds.
which is great. I try to stay under
Mhm.
50 grams of carbs. So I guess that's right then. That's what my son said. He said he doesn't want to go over 50 grams of carbs a day. So that makes sense. It does, and many people have issues later down the track with lack of vitamins and minerals, and it does cause issues with plaque in the arteries if done for longer than a year. And that makes sense because that high fat diet would contribute to that amount of plaque in your blood for sure. And I would
Yeah, but
assume that,
nothing a good workout couldn't fix.
yeah, I mean, I don't think you could just do it without taking, like she's saying, supplements. And what you're saying is exercise. I mean, when we
Yep,
talk to the doctors and everybody, they say diet and exercise.
correct.
So, you know, that's why I started walking again. I actually have a gym membership, so I'll be starting to do that.
Now, do you know
Very,
that's a real pun?
what gym membership?
Correct.
How is that a pun? Please explain.
What's your name?
Aha! But it's GYM and not JIM.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You pronounce it the same way.
So should I say a gymnasium membership?
I would say an establishment to go and help relieve tension by stressing over machinery.
I get it. Okay. Blue's saying workouts don't remove plaque.
Yeah, no, workouts do because the blood flow is causing things to move.
I think it would reduce the fat, which would maybe
Correct.
help rid of the plaque.
Correct.
And I don't know for sure. So I take everything that people tell me in the chat, and most people know more about certain things than I do for sure. So I don't claim to be an expert on everything, or anything, and never mind everything. I'm not an expert on anything. So
X is the unknown quantity and the spurts that drip under pressure. So
I'm sorry, say that again, Sean.
the X is the unknown quantity and the spurts that drip under pressure. So
Okay.
that's where I go with the expert.
Right. Here, gymnasium is the word for a normal high school. So they call the high school a gymnasium? That's crazy. We call a high school a high school. The gymnasium is only part of it, and that's where they play basketball and run around and get their fitness on. Let's see. Yep. She's saying, yep, they call the school a gymnasium. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Again, we're learning today, and that's what I like. I like to learn things. That's why, like, when we do the trivias and that, I mean, we learn something that way about the world and about other places. And then we'll do, when I do the facts Fridays, and that we learn just general knowledge stuff. So,
Yep.
I could teach you about my job, about the codes. Yesterday was a big LPG, liquefied petroleum gas day, propane
Yeah, we got
day.
LPG here.
Yeah, I so part of my job being in fire prevention is I assist with contractors and builders and mechanical installers, to make sure that they install things correctly and according to the code. Do you folks use NFPA in Australia?
We use a similar type code.
I'm sure
So
they're all pretty
pretty
much
similar.
the same. Yeah. We have, I know that Canada and the United States use NFPA, National Fire Protection Association. And we also use another set of codes called the International Code Council, or the IBC, which is International Building Code. And I think they're all pretty relative around the world, which is good.
Yep. Yep.
But that's what I do mostly in my job, is I deal with codes and ordinances all day, minus the occasional.
Firefighting.
What's that?
It's a far cry from firefighting.
Right. Well, I was going to say minus from the occasional emergency call, which I still am required to respond to. But being an older firefighter, and firefighting is predominantly for a young person, this is the perfect place for me. So they put me in this kind of job so I don't get hurt.
That's good.
Which
they care about you.
Yeah, they do. And it actually pays better, and the benefits are better. I have my own car, and I have my own office and a secretary. And when I'm down on the floor, I don't get any of that. I'm my own secretary, and I don't get a car, and I don't have my own office. I would share an office. So it was somewhat of a good promotion, but and my shoulders are in good shape too. So
and your car is flashing lights on it as well.
It does. So I have if anybody has seen any of my earlier live streams when I was doing my walking, I did show my car. It's a Ford Expedition, and it's color red, which is what we have for fire trucks here. Yep. and I have all the flashing and blinky lights, and it makes all the noise. So I can still drive fast, make noise, and have flashing lights without climbing into a giant vehicle. So, because really, after all, that's why I became a firefighter, to drive fast and make noise. So,
and drive fast legally.
right? Legally, we're only supposed to go 10 miles over the speed limit. Now, do we
And
do
here
that?
it's 10 kilometers.
Yeah. So it's very similar. So we're not supposed to go any faster than that. We have to stop at red lights and stop at stop signs. You can't just blast through them. So you stop at those and then proceed with caution. And in the United States, if you're an emergency responder and you're responding to an emergency and you get in an accident, it's your fault regardless,
Yeah.
because you're the trained professional and you're the one that's supposed to be, I guess, responding defensively. So um, check out two Blue saying, all right, so this is, I like this stuff. So check out two documentaries, What the Health, and the other is Forks Over Knives. Definitely worth to watch, and both based on medical science. I will do that, my friend. Um, I am a information holic. I love learning new things, and especially with looking at my health. I think that's a good thing. So I'm going to make a note of that right now. So, besides the October trip, do you have anything planned, Sean?
So we've got for Helping Hands, there's a March cruise going on March the 12th, going through to the 19th, I believe. And that's going out of Tampa and doing the West Caribbean. And then we've got another Helping Hands for Cruising cruise going out of Southampton and doing the Mediterranean. So that's going to be going on in September of next year. So if anybody wants to have a go in the Med, go across to the UK and go off the P&O Iona, I believe, is the cruise ship that will be doing that particular cruise.
I would love to go to the Mediterranean. Being of Greek descent, I've talked about before. I would love to go to the Greek islands. I'd like to see where my grandfather was born, and I'd be that close to Cyprus. I could go visit Dawn.
Yep,
which would be cool. So
I believe the Iona's going that way anyway. So
we'll have to look into it.
Yep. The other thing is, on a personal note, I'm doing a cruise with Ilana and my sister and brother-in-law and my parents. It'll be their very first cruise in March of next year, March the 28th, I believe. It's a 3-day cruise going from Melbourne to Sydney. And it'll be their very first cruise. So it'll be awesome.
Oh, and I wanted to say happy birthday to your dad, right? It's his birthday.
He's 86th.
Your father Basil, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to your dad. So 86.
I will pass it on.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean, I want to thank you for coming into the stream today. I think sharing the Wednesdays is a good thing.
I think so. I think we catch up with each other, and it's great to actually come on in there. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Don't forget the charity Helping Hands for Cruising, folks. You don't need to wait for a cruise-a-thon to be able to donate. There is the QR code right there that Sean's pointing to. That'll take you right to their PayPal, and you can donate. No amount is too little. So please help out. And we're helping out folks like Kenny, who's the first recipient. James Cantonese and his wife will be going in March. And then you never know who could be next. So, yeah, give what you can, and it definitely helps out. So, and every every week I play the videos for the Helping Hands for Cruising. So I haven't done it this week, but we'll maybe tomorrow night we'll do it. So tomorrow or Friday. But thank
Awesome.
you again. Thanks to everybody in the chat for coming in today. It was great. I know it's early, so I appreciate everybody that comes in. And don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA does save the day. It'll chase the negativity and the negative energy away. When I say I'm living proof that it does work, please believe me when I say that, because it really does. It'll make a dark day a very bright day. Smile at somebody on the street, somebody you don't know. When you smile, the world definitely smiles with you. And what I mean by that is if you smile at somebody, they'll smile back at you. Most people will. And say something nice, pay it forward if you're in line at the coffee shop or in the drive-through and you want to pay for somebody that's behind you. I think that's a good thing. So pay that forward. Don't forget the flag where you come from. You can see I always display that American flag behind me. I'm very proud of it. It means a lot more than just the cloth that it's printed on. A lot of folks have sacrificed their safety and their lives to protect that piece of cloth, and it means a lot. So we can't forget about them. Keep the veterans and the first responders in your thought, because they put their safety on the line every day for us. And say a prayer and a kind word for them as well. So I think that is going to be it. Again, Sean, thank you so much. I will see you. I will see you again, my friend, certainly. And again, thank you to everybody.
Next week.
What's that?
If not before next week.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I will see you way before then. So, but thank you again to everybody that came in. So that's going to do it for me. I want to wish everybody peace and love. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. We will see you later.